Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about, on this episode of the Cabal Therapy, of how to make infinite money in Minecraft. That, of course, was a joke, and we're going to be talking about real life, but if your heart was a little happy in that moment when I said Minecraft, I hope that you know that I'm laughing at you on the inside. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about, obviously, how to make infinite money, but because it's a little, if you can imagine, it's a little bit hard to do that. Just a little bit. So, first off, this is my podcast. It's called the Cabal Therapy. I am going to talk about whatever I want. And today I'm going to be talking about a very clickbaity subject, but please know that not every video is going to be about stuff like this. It could be about something really nerdy that I enjoy. It could be about, I don't know, like a movie. It can be whatever I want to talk about because it's my podcast. And I am going to put it on YouTube because Spotify is annoying. Alright, so first off, we're going to be talking about infinite money. So how you do that is you need your input to be greater than your output. So that way you can create this little system. So your input obviously is whatever you put in, and your output is whatever you get out. So the idea is, if I give you $5, you give me a chocolate bar, right? So the idea is the input is $5, the output is a chocolate bar. But if the thing that you get for your output is greater than your input, that's when you get infinite money. So if that chocolate bar is worth $7, that means I give you $5, you give me a chocolate bar, I sell it for $7, and then I buy another chocolate bar. So I'm the exact same point where I started. I give you $5, you give me a chocolate bar, I sell a chocolate bar, I have $7. I'm at the exact same point I started with, except I have $2 more. So now you have infinite money. So the problem is, 1, you need someone to buy the chocolate bar. 2, you need someone to actually sell the chocolate bar. And those are both a little harder than you think. So when you have this issue, it sounds like very simple, but both of those issues are a lot bigger problems than you would think. But the very easy solution to this is obviously gambling. It's always the answer, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So the idea is that you or your little cousin, you need a $5 bill, right? So you go to your gas station and then you buy yourself a scratch ticket, and then with the scratch ticket, if you win, you get $20. So now you're at the exact same. So your input is going to be your $5. Your output is going to be your $20. Say $20 is greater than 5. So now you have an infinite money loop. Use the $20 to buy another ticket to get more $20. Go on forever. But if you're smart, you know the problem with this, and that is that you sometimes don't win any money. So the issue is that it does work, but only if you're extremely, extremely lucky. And none of us are, because it is designed so you will not win. With this problem in mind, unless you have the luck of Scrooge McDuck, you're going to be screwed. So now, the solution isn't much, but it is honest work, and it's farming. So with farming, what you need to do is pretty much this is the simplified method. You're a farmer, you spend money to buy crops, to buy tools, to buy whatever, and then you can start your little farm. And over the entire summer, you grow nice little fields like this, and then you can sell them to get more money. And with the money you make, you can buy more crops to go on forever and ever and ever. And this is pretty much how farming works. So it's a very easy system, but the problem with it is that it is quite labor intensive. So this is just a diagram that's kind of showing a little bit more how it works, and more of it's showing as well how it works. So you spend the money to get fertilizer and water, to grow the crops, to sell them for Walmart, to get money, to get more. So it pretty much goes on forever. But the problem is it takes a great deal of effort. Unless you have slaves, which I hope you don't, you have to do it yourself, and it's quite expensive, and it's quite a bit of work. And if you're watching a video on YouTube of how to make infinite money, you do not want to do work. So obviously, with this problem, the next solution is to turn to a life of crime. So with your life of crime, you need to get you a little bit of starting money to buy yourself a crowbar, to steal whatever. By a crowbar, I mean whatever you need to rob someone, whether it's gas, I don't know, but just, you know what I mean. You guys have seen movies. You know how it is to rob people. You spend money to buy whatever thing, you rob it, you sell it, you get more money, blah, 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 blah. So this is a very easy system. So the problem is, 1, you need stuff to... So the things you need is 1, starting money. 2, you need to have stuff to rob it. 3, rob it. 4, sell it. Rinse, repeat, go on forever. The problem with the system is that you can very, very easily go to jail, and it's kind of hard to sell stuff, because if you steal the most expensive diamond in the world that's one of a kind, you're like, woohoo, I stole it, now I can sell it. But everyone will know But if you sell it to someone, they'll know you stole it, so then you go to jail. So that's the problem with it. Also, don't steal stuff. I'm just gonna say that right now. That's a bad idea. And also, if you guys saw Mark Rober's new video, don't steal packages off of porches. It's so easy for them to have a camera pointed at you and you just go to jail. Just don't steal stuff like that. Like, come on, guys. So now, after the life of crime and farming and gambling, you're going to have to turn to the good old-fashioned American way of capitalism. This is America, and you got to work till you die. So with that, what is the most American thing you can think of? Just think about it for 1 second. Just think. Is it freedom? Is it guns? Is it capitalism? Is it beer? Is it hating British people? Is it beer? What do you think it is? Now that you have that idea for a second, I have to reveal the most definitive answer there is. McDonald's. So with McDonald's, the reason why this relates to money is that you could also substitute literally any job in the world. The way it works is you spend your time working there to get money. So the problem is with this system is your input is time, and your output is money. But the problem is you can't convert your output to your input. You can't pay someone $20 and they can't give you an hour to a day. That's just not how it works. So your problem is it's not. I don't think renewable is the right word. But the problem is you can't go forever in the system. There's only a certain amount of hours in a day, and it's just not possible. Other problems with the system include just working at McDonald's, it's working at McDonald's, it's not the most glamorous job in the world. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but it kind of sucks when you're working in front of fries all day, and also you just have to deal with Karens and Gordon Ramsays, and people who think they're Gordon Ramsay. So, after that, you work at McDonald's, you've been a farmer, you've been a thief, you've been a gambler, you've lived a long life. So, after this, you're going to need to turn to Wolf of Wall Street time. It's time for stonks. So, for those of you who don't know how the stock market works, how do you not know how the stock market works? So, how it works is pretty much, I would like to pay $20 to own 1% of your company. And let's say I buy $20 of Apple, then they release a new iPhone, the value of Apple goes up, I spend $20 for the thing, I sell it, I get 22. You pretty much just get infinite money in that way. But the problem is with the system is it's quite slow. It really takes a while for it to increase to the point of it being worth selling it in the first place. And also, stocks actually the barrier to entry buying stocks is actually quite high. Stuff like Apple and Netflix per stock, it's actually quite a bit of money. It's like, I say quite a bit of money, it's like $50 to $100. And that's not a lot if you do have a job already, but if you don't have a job and you're watching a video on how to make infinite money, that would kind of suck. Also, it requires a lot of thinking as well. There's a lot of risk into the system, and you have to really think about which is the best one to go to. And honestly, it's kind of like gambling in a way. You put your money in and hope that the stars align in your favor for it to work. So what is the real solution? We've honestly gone through quite a bit of solutions to the problem of how to make infinite money. You could rob babies, you can go farming, you can go gambling, you can work at McDonald's, you can go turn to Wolf of Wall Street. But what really is the solution? The real solution, guys, is fish. So imagine yourself that you have a little pond here in the middle of a area, okay? Obviously, in your pond, you have fish, and you have plants, and you have water. So this is pretty much how this cycle works, is you have fish eat cattails, right? Or just any other plant, and then fish poop, and then the poop gets sucked up it goes in the water, that gets sucked up by the plants to make more plants. More plants equals more fish means more poop means more plants, go on forever and ever and ever. So this is kind of how a cycle works in nature. So, Jonas, why on earth are you teaching me about fish and poop and plants in a YouTube video about money? So the thing is, this is actually a very nice cycle, because your input is your output. Your input needs to be your input is you get plants for fish, so you already have fish. Your input is plants, and your output is more plants. So you go on forever. But the problem is there's no money in this system. But if you think about it, you actually might know that there is. So what you do is, another way of showing this system would be like this. You have your fish tank, where your fish poop goes to plants, goes to fish poop, so on and so forth forever and ever and ever. So the idea is there's no money in the system involved. Your input isn't money, your output isn't money. Or is it? If you get a plant like basil like here, or just lettuce or weed or just whatever you want as your output that can get grown can get nutrients by fish poop, and you get it so the fish can't eat it, and you get it so the fish cannot eat the fish poop. Holy crap. I don't know how to speak. I should probably learn how to do it when I'm trying to make a video. The fish cannot eat the plants. So the fish cannot eat the plants. But let's say you feed them with fish food, right? You get the fish poop. Fish poops. You got fishy poop water. You pump that water out to go to plants, and then the plants can grow. But the thing is, they're in two different containers, so the fish can't get to the plants. So eventually the fish are all going to die, and then therefore so are the plants. So with the plants that are growing, if you sell the plants, you get money, right? With that money, you buy fish food, goes on forever and ever. I'm a big nerd. I don't know if you guys knew this. My hat needs to be this big just to fit all my massive forehead in it. This is not it. There's more. It looks like this is my hairline. It's not. There's more forehead. It goes all the way up. So the idea... So I'm a massive nerd, and I pretty much was thinking about this in biology class because biology is boring and I want to make infinite money. So here's the idea here's my idea. Here's my proposition for you to make infinite money. Buy a fish tank. Get some fish in it. The fish poop. Plants suck up the poop. You sell the plants for money. With the money, you buy fish food. Gives fish poop. Gives plants. Gives money. Gives fish food. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Now, the problem is with this system is you need to spend money to start. The input is you need to have a fish tank, you need to have fish, and you need to have the plants to just start. And that costs money. And you need money to make money. And I don't have money. So this is where you guys come in. Here's my idea. This is just another diagram if you guys want to pause and read it. This is pretty much what I just said, but a lot more complicated. This is literally just this, but a little bit, it kind of shows how the system actually works, and it's a little bit more complicated. So here's my idea. You guys, with your lovely money, that's your starter money, you guys give your money to the big massive nerd over here. The big massive nerd can build this system. I don't want to explain the system to you guys. It's boring. If you want to watch videos, it's called aquaponics. Go ahead and learn it. It's pretty interesting, but I mean, I'm not saying go learn if you guys don't want to learn, but if you want to, that's how it is. I'm a big nerd, and I already understand how this all works. So the idea is, you guys give me money. I bake this massive system right here, right? And then you can make basil. With the basil, I can sell it to grandmas, right? With the money I get from grandmas, I can give some back to you, and then I get some of it. So it's a win-win-win. Hear me out. You put money in, I give you some money in the end, and I will give you, if for every $20 you give me, I'll give you, I don't know, let's say $25 out, eventually. So you put in if you get rid of all this, you put in 20, eventually you get out 25. So you're making money. You're paying 20 to make 25. You're making $5. Me, I'm selling basil, so I gotta make money. And the person over here, you know what? They're also saving money. Basil and other produce are expensive in the winter. They need to get shipped in from countries that are warm, so that way the price so you can get fresh plants, because you can't grow plants when it's negative 30 outside. The great thing about this system is you can do it year-round, 24/7, inside of a house, which is what my business proposes. So in the winter, the price of this basil is going to be cheaper than the price of other basil. So that way, if you're going to buy basil anyway, you're going to buy lettuce, you're going to buy carrots or whatever. It doesn't have to be basil. And you can spend $5 for a bag of basil at the grocery store. Or you can spend $3 and get a bag of basil from me. That way you're saving $2, you're supporting a local business, and you're saving money. You're supporting a high schooler that looks like this, for one thing, and you're helping out other members of the community, other high school students, because they also get to make money. That way we have this all nice little system where you win, I win, and the person buying it wins. And also the fish win as well, because they get a nice little home, they don't have to live in PetSmart all day. So anyway, that's my idea for how to make infinite money in real life. I don't have any plans of actually making this system. I think it'd be really cool, but with that being said, if one person expresses interest of funding my project, I will not go through with it, But if enough people have support, enough people want to, we could 100% do the system, and it's a win-win for you guys because you guys don't have to do anything. All you do is just say, Jonas, here's $20, I want $25, so break your knees, hands off, let you do it. I do my work, I get to do my nerdy stuff, people make their money, it's a win-win-win for all of us. So anyway, that's my podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening to it. Not every episode is not going to be a pitch. I'm going to talk about whatever I want, whether it's movies, board games, I don't know, something cool I saw on the ride to school today. I'm just going to talk about whatever I want. So this is my episode today. Thank you guys so much for listening. Oogity boogie. See you guys later.